Hey everybody, this lesson will get you ready for your upcoming quiz on Module 11, which is solving systems of linear equations. Let's go ahead and get started here. So here's our review. So you'll have a couple of questions that say solve by graphing. So solve this system of equations by graphing, okay? So I think I'm going to do this line in blue and this line in red, and where they intersect, so the top line, I don't know if you can see my cursor, I'm going to do the top line in blue and the bottom line in red. So the first thing on this top line, let's go up to that +3. So right here I'm going to put a dot right there, right at the +3 on the y-axis for that +3 right there, okay? Again, I don't know if you can see my cursor moving around. Sometimes I can't see it on these videos lately. So anyway, so the +3 is where it intersects the y-axis. And then we use the slope. The slope is -5/3. So the negative means we go down 5 and to the right 3. So from this blue point, go down 5, which is down over here at -2, and then to the right 3. And so when we graph that, down 5 to the right 3, and then we connect them with the straight edge. There we go. Okay, so there's the top line in blue. So now let's do the second line in red. So this one has a -3, so I'm going to plot the -3 first because the y-intercept is -3. And then the slope of this line is 1/3, which means we go up 1 to the right 3. Up 1 to the right 3, and you'll see it goes through that point right there, and then connect those up, and then these two lines intersect right there at 3, -2. Okay, easy enough. All right, let's try this one. Same thing. Let's go up to the +3 there. There's my +3, and this one's slope is 4, which is 4/1, which means go up 4 to the right 1. Well, look at this graph. We can't go up 4 unless we start guesstimating, and then to the right 1. So it's the same as if we go down 4 to the left 1. So let's go down 4 and to the left 1, and then connect those points up. Okay, so if it goes off the chart, then do the opposite. Okay, all right, this next one is -2, so I'm going to graph the -2. And then the slope is -1, which is -1/1, which means we go down 1 to the right 1. So from this red point, I'm going to go down 1 to the right 1 and make another point right there and connect those guys up, and then where they intersect is our answer. So they look like they intersect at to the left 1, down 1, so -1, -1, okay? All right, then you're going to have solving the systems by substitution. Okay, so here's one. Y equals 6x minus 11. So I'm going to substitute in 6x minus 11 for the y in the other equation next to that 3 right there. So careful, it's a -3 actually. So let's go ahead and put that in. And then we distribute the -3 through. So -3 times 6x is -18x. And careful, -3 times -11 is a +33. Okay, now we can combine the x's. -2x minus 18x is -20x. Okay, and then we can subtract 33. -7 minus 33 is -40. Then divide both sides by -20. Okay, and then so a negative divided by negative is a positive, and 40 divided by 20 is 2. Okay, now that's just x. Remember, these are ordered pairs, so we're going to substitute in x back up into the y equals 6x minus 11. So I'll just plug that in right there next to the 6. So 6 times 2 minus 11 is 12 minus 11, or 1. Remember, the answer is an ordered pair, x comma y, so 2 comma 1. Okay, how about this one? Okay, so here we don't have a x equals or y equals. The top equation looks kind of messy because of the -7 and the -2, but here's a 1x. We can solve for this 1x no problem by just taking the -2y and adding that to both sides. Okay, so x equals 2y plus 11. And then we're going to substitute that in for the x in the top equation right there. Okay, so put in -7 times 2y plus 11. Minus the other 2y equals -13. Okay, now we distribute the -7 through. -7 times 2y is -14y. -7 times 11 is -77. Okay, combine the like terms. The -14y and -2y gets me in -16y. Be careful, watch the negatives. Now we plus 77 to both sides. -13 plus 77 is 64. And then divide both sides by -16. And 16 goes into 64 4 times, but it's a positive divided by a negative, so it's -4. Okay, now that's just y. We got to get x, so I'll plug it back up where we have x equals next to the 2. So 2 times negative 4 plus 11 right there. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. Negative 8 plus 11 is going to get us 3. So our answer is an ordered pair, x comma y, so 3 comma negative 4. Okay, then we got a couple of solving by the addition subtraction method, the elimination method, and we might have to multiply first. Here's the first one. Okay, so now notice this one has a negative 4x minus 2y equals negative 12, and this one says positive 4x plus 8y equals negative 24. So we got a negative 4x and a positive 4x. They'll cancel each other out if we just add those equations together. Okay, so they cancel out. Negative 2y plus 8y is 6y, and negative 12 plus a negative 24 is negative 36. Okay, and then we divide by 6, we get y equals negative 6, and then plug y equals negative 6 into any one of those equations up there. I think I'll put it next to the 8 right there, because I don't want to deal with the negatives in the top equation, because I get mixed up on those as well. Okay, so 8 times negative 6 is going to get us negative 48, and then we're going to add 48 to both sides. Negative 24 plus 48 is 24, so 4x equals 24, and divide by 4, we get x equals 6. Okay, xy is our answer, so 6 comma negative 6. All right, let's try one more, you guys. Okay, so here we got a 5x plus y equals 9 and a 10x minus 7y equals negative 18. And the directions say solve by subtraction or addition. So we may have to multiply first. So of the 5x and the 10x, I can make them both 10x and negative 10x. Or of the y and the negative 7y, I can make those both 7y and negative 7y. I think I'm going to do that, make them to 7y and negative 7y. You can both make them negative 10x and 10x if you want, but I chose this because this is a plus y right here, and this is a minus 7y, so I just got to multiply everything by 7 to get a plus 7y in the middle. Okay, so 5x times 7 is 35x. Y times 7 is 7y, and then 9 times 7 is 63. Don't forget about multiplying the 9 also. Okay, slide the other one underneath it, then we can add those together, and the 7y's cancel. 35x plus 10x is 45x, and then we get equals 45, so x equals 1. Plug in x equal 1 into any of the equations. I like the one with the 5x plus y, so I'll plug in 1 right there. So that's 5, and then subtract 5 from both sides, y equals 4, so our answer is an ordered pair. All right, you guys, that's what your quiz is going to look like, and I hope you do fantastic and make us proud. Take care.